We are ready for our next title bout. Fighting out of the red corner at age 45, weight 160 pounds, Richard Drew. His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, age 44, weight 155 pounds, Francis Aluague. Okay, we got Francis and Richard up next. So here we go. Let's see what both of them have. Richard's got a really snappy jab. Very strong jab. Very strong, too. Just looks powerful. Let's see what Aluague has. So Aluague's got to handle this power because Drew will bring aggression and he's got a really hard jab. Francis is looking to punch with him, but his punches don't have the same technique. So right now, Drew is just beating him to the punch and landing a lot of punches. That being said, Drew carries a lot of muscle and might not be able to keep this pace. Good body punches from Drew. That's an investment in this fight for sure. Already though, in the middle of the first round, Drew is picking his shots more carefully than he did to start, which means he's probably starting to feel the effects of starting out with a lot of power shots to begin. So Francis is going to have to come up with a different strategy for the second round because that was a round where he didn't have too much success. Okay. Both fighters look like they are ready to go. Neither seems like they're breathing too heavy, but neither looks fresh either. So it's just gonna be, let's see who can sustain, which is a lot of these fights, who can sustain the action consistently. Francis looked like he's trying to counterpunch, but Richard's aggression makes it hard for him to counterpunch. Aluague was warned for keeping his head down. He's got to keep his head up. That was the best punch Aluague threw in the fight, was a nice little right hand that snuck in there. That's probably what he was been looking for, and it landed. And it looks like Drew felt it because he's not as keen to come forward. There we go. Aluague beat him to the punch. So when we see them both standing here, probably the winner of this bout will be the one that becomes first in these exchanges for the next round and a half. The one who's consistently being first to the punch and landing will probably be the one that starts to take over. Okay, Aluague's messing with his headgear. Round. Okay, final round. Here we go. So both are very game. Both are looking to punch. It seems to me Drew has just a little bit more technical foundation, but right when I said that, Aluague caught him with a good left hook, beat him to the punch, and threw a solid right hand. But it seems like Drew is able to do just a little bit more based off of power and a little bit more or tighter technique.
Oh, really?
of these fighters have tremendous abilities to counter, and they both catch each other in between punches, which is something you don't typically see in boxing of all levels. People willing to punch at the same time with each other, because that means you're probably going to get hit.
With the jab. Get in there with the jab and hit him with that right hand. There we go, good left.
Okay, final 10 seconds. Let's see who kind of steals the show at the end. Drew does with a good right hook. He pushed him back. Possibly could have won the fight. The winner of this bout, receiving a title championship out of the red corner, Richard Drew.